So this is the last video you'll ever need for hair loss. So this is a video update of my 6-month progress dealing with hair loss. Basically, this video is going to go over everything I did, things you need to know in case you are suffering from baldness. So a little background story. Basically, I noticed my hair was thinning around my early 30s, and as preventative maintenance, I would use Minoxidil, and I started getting into microneedling based on these videos I learned from Derek at More Plates, More Dates. And I started doing like a hair care routine just as preventative maintenance. Because if you see I don't want to put them on blast, but my brother or my dad, they're like slick bald. And I just wanted to prevent it if I could. So kept that up for a couple years. And I started wearing a lot of hats. And one day I eventually just got very lazy. And I was like, you know what? I think my hair is fine. I haven't really suffered major hair loss. So I just stopped doing my hair care routine, like the microneedling and minoxidil. And after about 2 months, I noticed my hair was just falling out. And when I mean falling out, like I would take a shower, and when I would put shampoo in my hair and run my hand through my hair, there'd be like 20 hairs just stuck to my hands. And every single day it was just doing that. Every time I would run my hands through my hair, I would notice like a chunk, just tons of hairs just laying on the table, all in my hands. You could progressively see it get worse. And you started to be able to see it from the top. It was starting in the crowns and from the back, and it was like slowly working its way in. And so at that point, I was like, oh, I have my friend's wedding coming up. And I was like, I got to do something about it. And this is like 2 months out from the wedding. So I started the hair care routine over. And usually when you start minoxidil, you're going to go through this thing called the shedding phase. So basically your hair follicles, they get so small and thin that they're basically going to start falling out. But when you start the process, those ones that are already on their way out, they all come out. So at this point, I've already lost more than like half my hair. Because they say if you can notice that your hair that you're balding, you're already halfway done. And at this point, it was probably more than that. It was maybe like 70%. I ended up doing a scalp micropigmentation where they basically put little dots in your head, and it would just make it look more dense. And that was enough to like get me through the wedding, but it was so obvious that my hair was still super thin. And you could just see, basically it would just prevent it, so if someone saw the top of your head, it wouldn't look just like skin and hair. It would just be all black. But then that still didn't like fix the problem. So I just kept up with the hair routine. So this is the before and after 6 months. So as you can see, when I first started and I was at that more than 50% loss, at that point I should have just shaved my head. Like, that's pretty embarrassing. I was basically bald. Like, there was no hiding it whatsoever. So we can go over the products you need. First one is the shampoo recommended by More Plates, More Dates. This is a keto conazole shampoo. This is Nizoral. They sell this at Walmart, super cheap. It's like an anti-dandruff shampoo. I guess this helps block the DHT out of your head or something. And then you can get, next up is Minoxidil. You can get, this is a Walmart brand. It's like 3 cans for $30, and it's like a 3-month supply at least. You can probably stretch it out. You don't have to get the Rogaine one. This one has worked just fine for me. And this one's actually a foam, so I like it more because the foam, you could put it in and you could see where it is, and you could like, move it around, massage it in, versus some of them are like oil or a dropper. You like put it in and it can like run down your head, and you might not be getting it everywhere it needs to go. And probably the most important thing is this pen. This is a microneedling pen. You can get these on Amazon. I think when I bought this one, it was like $120, but now they have them for like $50-$60, I think. And basically it's just, the tip has like 12 needles on it, and you set the depth 1.5 once a week. I just run it around my head for a couple minutes, and then immediately I put on the minoxidil right after. And it kind of stings a little bit, but when you do that together, you get like this synergistic effect where basically instead of doing one and then the other, if you do like the two together, you get like a supercharged effect. So they call it's like a 1 + 1 = 3 effect. So you do those together, just once a week. And then the other thing would be like a biotin supplement. You can get these at Walmart for like a couple bucks for 100 pills, lasts forever. And then there is finasteride you could take. That's like prescribed. You can get it from like For Hims or Keeps or whatever. But I heard if you take those in the recommended dosage, it's like 1 milligram a day, it could lead to other problems like ED and stuff. So I didn't want those issues. When I was taking it, I would take like 1 or 2 pills a week. So I'd only take 1 or 2 milligrams for a whole week versus 1 a day. And these are the products I've used. As you can see, this is like my hair. It's worked pretty well for me so far after 6 months. Based on my age and how my dad and my brother look, I should have been bald a long time ago, and this has helped. It obviously, I didn't get a hair transplant or anything, but you know, as you could tell, it looks like I have hair again, like I reversed the balding process. My hair is like still thin, like the actual hairs are thin, but like it looks like I have hair. So it's like slowly going back. Hopefully, like, you know, as long as it stays up like this, like it's not as embarrassing to like take off my hat and stuff, but like if there's like a light source behind your head, then obviously you can see straight through it. And you know, I think hopefully over time, if I can make the hairs actually thicker, then my hair will look back to normal, how it was when I was like in my 20s. So right now, this is just a 6-month update. I'm trying like hair thickening shampoos, just to make it thicker, because I think I have enough hair, like hair follicles, like hair wise is good, but actual like the thickness of the hair is the thing that I'm lacking now. So that's what we're working on. So hopefully that'll change in the next 6 months. It'll be 1 year, but this is just, you know, for all the guys suffering from hair thinning and baldness. Like this is what you're gonna have to do, and hopefully that helps some of you guys. And thanks for watching.